Wow, ran all the way to the other side of the boat. Now he's trying to run under the boat. There's some weight there. Wasn't paying attention, heard a couple clicks of drag. It's like, oh, I should probably go reel him in. In the net. Fish it. Almost look. Oh yeah. Nice one. Heck yeah. Oh, we're about to have another one. Yep. Oh. I saw it go ding ding and then on a run. River rats, I finally made it to beautiful sunny Florida, and it's a banger of a day to be out here for the first one. It's the high of 77. And Woody and I are going to try and find the fish. We got 4 days before our first charter trip, and I do have a few openings if you want to get in on it. That's all the time we got to find the fish. Hopefully it doesn't take that long. So let's go. Not sure if I just saw a monster of a carp porpoise over there, if it was an alligator gar. Alligator gar would be cool. Or long-nosed gar, like the biggest long-nosed gar the world's ever seen. Need bait, got bait. Probably gonna look for some more bait before too long. But I got some of these guys, and even better yet, where are you at? Skippies. Run some big baits, little baits, and everything in between. Try to figure out where the fish and what size of fish are where. We got my knowledge from fishing last year, but that only takes you so far. He's actually relatively firm. 5 baits, not giant baits, but starter baits. The water shot up. I think I have an idea of what that's going to do to the fish. But the only solution for sure is to fish around and find out. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I tell everybody, fish around and find out. I don't think I've ever actually told anybody that. You know, I'm also an advocate of you never let the truth get in the way of a good story. I have said that a few times. Chunk of skip on that one, 100 feet back. We're gonna try to send this one. Yeah! We're kind of right on this seam. We're probably gonna get pretty squirrely with the current, but we'll give her 20, 30 minutes and then we're gonna move into the current, into the foam. Yeah, I'm just planning on systematically kind of breaking the river down piece by piece. Like I said, I kind of got a head start due to past experience and knowledge. Hopefully that shortens the learning curve, or I guess relearning curve. That'll work. I think I'm gonna send him out in like the middle of nowhere left, the middle of slack water left. Or sorry, I'm a captain now. The starboard side. You got those doing their thing, and I'm gonna rig up a couple little ones just to throw little chunks of bait out. See if there's anything swimming around down here. It's getting toasty. Kinda dig it. I'm like hot. I haven't been hot for a long time. What do you think the sun would? Oh, we got a nib right there in the foam. At least I think it was a nib. Spot lock stuff, yeah. Oop, there's a bite. Pull her down, little buddy. Is that all you got? Come on, you gotta have more than that. I think I got him. Not the most impressive takedown in the world, but 5 minutes in, we got a fish on the line. Are you going to be dinner? Maybe. He's got a little more weight than I thought he would. Or, yeah, I think that's what I mean. Oh, we got another one going. We'll just let him hang out over there. I'm gonna get greedy. This one feels smaller. Yeah, quite a bit smaller. This one is fighting well, but didn't pull it down. Oh, it's a channel cat. No wonder he's fighting good for his size. Heads up, bud. You're not gonna keep a channel when you can catch those at home and eat those at home. Plus, I honestly like blues a little better. Is that my blue? That's my boy Blue. Perfect eater. Okay. What do we got a fish in the boat, bud? Ow, 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 ow. Oh, even came unhooked. Okay. I'll leave him there because he's not going back anyway. Like this guy here. It's a pretty darn nice channel. He's just big enough where grippies are probably the smart way of going about it. Not a big start, but you know, volume-wise, not a bad start at all. Yeah, 5 minutes in, dubbed. Got dinner, got fun, and you still got a shot at a big dog. Don't let me pretend like you don't. See ya. Did not expect the channel rat to show up. Would have been even weirder if they both would have been channels, but they weren't. Yeah, we're gonna play around up here for a while, at least a little while, and then I'm gonna go look for a big one. I marked a pretty darn nice fish on the way up here. We might go see if he'll eat. By we might, I mean we're definitely going to at some point in time. And blues will make a tangled mess of things at times. We're just gonna retie this. Wouldn't hurt to shorten her up anyway. I think I'm gonna take my jacket off. I haven't done that when I've been on the water for a while. We got a snag. That's what happens when the boat sways. It is what it is. We'll get to it in a little bit. Hopefully a fish eats it and takes it out of there. That'd be really nice. Oh, wow. No! That was a good bite. How'd he miss the hook? I think that was that big shad chunk. Or shad head. Oh, he grabbed it right there and crunched it. That dirty dog. Oh, he dismantled it right there. He must have just missed the hook. Hey, it's cool to see a good takedown. I was just thinking about moving. So I just about got everything rigged up. And I looked up and a rod was buckled. That was once again more in that current, so I'm thinking we're gonna move into the current a little bit. One blue and a good bite in the current. One channel cat in the slack. Granted, this is 15 minutes of observation, so try to take it with a grain of salt. At least that's what I try to do. Oh, is that a fish? It was. Once again, in the current. I think he pulled it out of the snag for me, though. What a guy. Oh, this place is too much fun. Between the weather and just the sheer volume of fish. Because there are bodies of water north of here that definitely have bigger fish. There's potential for an 80 here. Likely, no. Possible, absolutely. But yeah, there's some bodies of water up north that have more big fish potential, but the quantity here is awesome. And the weather here is even more awesome. All rods are rigged just in time to probably snag and break these off, but it is what it is. Maybe it'll pop out. That one did. Sorry to disturb you, Wood, but I'm gonna have to reel these in. Okay. We're not gonna move far, Woody. Don't worry. Well, although he kind of seems to enjoy a boat ride. A little bit better current here. Spot lock should be illegal. Makes me soft, Woody. But dang it, I kind of like it. I go back and forth. Some days I like to feel like a real river rat, and some days I just want to be efficient. And today, efficiency, I think, is going to be the name of the game. So we got patterns to figure out. Well, it appears that skipjack life is over. It's fun while it lasted. But we have some old nasty shad we'll use up before we go look for some fresh ones. There are skipjack in this river. I just haven't figured out how to catch them yet. Maybe I'll rig me up a skipjack pole while we're messing around. Quit swaying, boat. It does help when you quit walking around. So once I quit moving, these should sit a lot better. For the sake of my OCD, let's even things out. I don't actually have OCD, but that does make me feel better. It might even be a bimini top kind of day, because I'm a sensitive ginger like that. Or I might just put some sunscreen on and embrace it. At least embrace it in the only way recommended by dermatologists for gingers. Wow. I don't know what this is. Feels like a blue. He really wants to get in that drift sock. I'm gonna try my best not to let him. Wow, that thing is caved. Might have had the drag a little tight there. Okay, let's see how this shakes out. Yeah, he's an angry little fellow. And they are fun on these. Oh yeah, little blue. Little blues are more fun on little rods though. All right, yeah, just swim right by that drift sock, thanks. Okay. Plenty of little fish up here. At least one nice one though. It'd be nice if he came back and for round 2 on the bigger bait. Too much fun. Oh yeah, chunky little fella. And I think we can swing him. I think. Let's grab him by the hook. Got him. It's much more problematic than it needed to be, but we got him. See ya. Maybe if I get another one like that, I'll keep him too, but I'm gonna eat fish. I'd like it pretty fresh. Might be shortening that leader up. Yeah, it's all chafed at the top. Must have been in the rocks. Did not mean to make it that long. It just kind of worked out that way. Longer leaders mean more snags. What's appropriate leader length? I don't know. Other than that concept, I'm not sure too much plays out. Sometimes the fish seem to have a preference, but sometimes I think we believe what we want to believe too. We're gonna find out. Shorten it up, see if it matters. What do you keep an eye on that one? I appreciate it. Wow. No! That was a real one. How did he miss it? That was destroyed. I have no explanation on that one. Hook sharp. Oh man, that was an awesome fish. We're just thinking about leaving. I'm gonna throw that back out and wait a little while though. I don't know how big that one was, but I would have liked to have found out. Yeah, he had it wrapped all the way around. Dang it, Woody. Opportunity officially missed. Time to try to find some fresh bait. This wind's kind of impressive. Catching bait ended up taking about 3 hours, and unfortunately during that time frame the wind built and built and built to the point that there was a small craft advisory, and I was able to tuck out of the wind a little bit, but being able to fish the places the fish were at just didn't pan out. So I went home and recalibrated a game plan and got out real early the next morning. Oh, the water's also dropping, so that's not helping our cause any, but I'm gonna try some different stuff. I've never fished right at this spot, and I feel like this is a good water condition to give it a try. It's pretty deep. Hopefully as the water drops, more of those fish pull in there. I marked a bunch. I don't know what they are. Probably some stripers in there. I'll take them too. Get baits diced up. Gonna try to be as systematic as possible. We're gonna fish this for about 15-20 minutes. And we're moving down. Might as well have me some Caffey. You get till 8:17 fish. Not big. A lot of current. The first spot we got a fish. Yeah, one spot, one bite, one hookup. Maybe we'll even get to say one landed fish here in a sec. A lot of current. If this was a big fish, oh man. Be exciting. It's already pretty exciting. I keep him out of the other lines. I hope so, because he's acting like a cartwheel down there. Yeah, I don't want him to freak out and pop off. What are you, buddy? A little blue. Are you a little channel? You are a little channel cat. If there was ever a sign you should move, to me this is it. Seems like to me if you're in channel cat water, it's not blue cat water when they occupy the same places. At least that's been my observation. I don't know if that's 100% fact, and there's always exceptions, but I do know I'm changing spots. See ya. Seems like sometimes when the water's dropping, the big cats just go on strike. So when life gives you lemons, I try to catch different fish. So we're gonna go to the dam and throw out 4 small rods with small baits and 2 rods with big baits and sit up there until the wind's beating our butts so bad we gotta leave. On 2, ready, break. We'll see how this goes. I'm going as lightweight as possible because we're gonna be swaying all over the place, and hopefully that reduces the amount of snags. This wind already sucks a little bit. It's gonna suck a lot before too long. Can't fish all tiny baits. Let that head chunk float around down there. See what happens. Hopefully good things. I think we'll put a strip of cut bait on this one. Want her down there flapping around. Hopefully getting somebody's attention. Come out of the rod holder. Ow. Wow, he ran a long ways over there. It's nice to get a nibble. There's a pretty good nibble on this one. He's kind of running at me. Makes me think it's a blue. Stay out of the other lines. I think this was on one of them strip baits. Yeah, he crumpled it. Yeah, if the big ones aren't going to play around, then it's nice if some little guys show up. So they are fun on this gear. Oh yeah, nice one. Come here, bud. He's in the boat. He's in every line. Actually, he's in just one other line, but that's enough. I kept one for dinner the other day. I think I will add him to the pile. Perfect eater cat. So I'm gonna do what I should do with a perfect eater cat and eat him. Oh, I think you heard me say I was gonna eat him. Oh, wow. He pinned it. Can't get it out of the rod holder. Oh, it's stuck on my coffee cup. That would explain that. I like that. We're at a standstill at the moment. I'm gonna try to get this one in. Haven't gained any line yet. That's exciting. Oh, he's definitely a blue. He's just down there rumbling around, rolling and such. But he ain't a bad one. And he just caved it. Wow, ran all the way to the other side of the boat. Now he's trying to run under the boat. There's some weight there. Oh, stay away from that drift sock, please. He's like, nah, I just want to go right to it. Oh, he is voluptuous. Wasn't paying attention, heard a couple clicks of drag. It's like, oh, I should probably go reel him in. Swim over here, dude. Oh yeah. Might even bust out the net for you. Come here, bud. In the net. Fish it. Almost in the boat. Oh yeah. Nice one. Well, that was pretty fun on the light rig. Heck yeah. Yeah, we're about to have another one. Maybe. Yep. Oh, striper? Acting a lot like a striper. I saw it go ding ding and then on a run. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but if I had to make a bet, I'm gonna bet this is a striper. Yeah, he's nice though. If he is a striper, he is large and in charge. Sorry, Mr. Blue Cat. As soon as I get him to the boat, I will let you go. Maybe this is just a nice blue. Okay. I mean, if this is a striper, it's absolutely enormous. Oh yeah, my net is kind of in use. There's just crap everywhere. Need to tidy my workspace. I wonder if I could unhook you and release you while fighting the fish. Just don't bite me. Okay, unhooked. Sorry for the annoyance, bud. Okay, we'll get you back. Don't worry about this. I kind of felt bad with him just laying in the bottom of the boat. I have a feeling we aren't done here. Oh, he just won't quit. Is that nice blue? I was thinking, yeah, that's what you get for guessing. You get to be wrong. I'm glad I got to see him. I'm going to try to get him up here so you guys can see him. Oh, he does not like the net. He saw it and said, "No, sir." Sometimes, poor conditions, you just take what you can get, and then you end up in situations like this. Better than expected. Sometimes it just sucks. Come on. Get in there. Thank you. We got him. Wow. Well, that was exciting. Oh, yeah. Did I say something about 29-pounder last year? He's probably in the neighborhood. Yeah, I'm really glad I threw that other one back. I would have felt bad with him sitting there this long. Dinky little bait, too. If I was smart, I'd probably retie that one. Well, he's not quite gonna break the spinning rod record, but he's knocking right at the door. He's I don't know, that's a dandy. That's a fish I'll take anytime, and especially when times are slow, to luck one out. And my SD card just filled up, so I guess I'll let him go. See ya. Is one more too much to ask? Probably. This wind might be like, nah, that's enough for you today. Big rod went down. Is he gonna stay on? I hope so, because he feels pretty nice. Yeah, he just flattened it. He's losing his little mind down there, though. Yeah, things just turned on. I don't know if the water started rising or the wind picked up. Yeah, he ain't no world beater, but he's pretty nice. Oh yeah, he's pretty nice. He's a net-worthy one, for sure. Can I keep him? Man, I've said this so many times today. Can I keep him out of the other lines? I'm probably not going to land him if he goes into another line. It's funny how often they hooks pop out when they go into other lines. I like it when they pull it down and the rod blank crackles a little bit. Yep, that's another really nice fish. Very comparable to the last one. Alright, this wind's getting dumb. Got the boat completely turned sideways. Okay, got him. I think. I told you the wind was going to beat me up. It's starting to beat me up. Get over that. I'm glad I threw at least one big bait out. Can't think of a time that I really regretted throwing a big bait out. He's pretty similar to that last one. Fat, angry, hates me. Stop. Yeah. There we go. Two dandies. not quite back to back, but pretty much back to back. If you count that other one, it's like back to back to back. Bless you. All right, I think I'm gonna let him go and head home and fry up some catfish. Let's take this day from really good to like great. Some redemption fish from yesterday. Yeah, this wind has entered the realm of dumb. Time for lunch. Ended up going with the Frank's Red Hot method because it's simple and good, and I like both of those things. But if you want to put together a trip where you can go catch a mess of eaters or, spend a day targeting trophies for that one big bite, shoot me an email, spencer@rivercertified.com. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Good news is blue cats in Florida taste just as good as a blue cat anywhere else, if you're wondering. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to catch a giant.